Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. This is your 5-minute edge on how to serve the whole child and whole family. This video was made possible through a partnership between the Wisconsin After School Network and the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. I'm Nancy Parcher, Community Health Worker Supervisor with the La Crosse Area Family YMCA. I'm so excited to talk to you today about community health workers, the impact they have, and the difference they can make. When a child or family comes to you in need of a service, such as housing, medical care, or transportation, there are often different ways to go about getting them information. Here are a few things you can do to prepare ahead for these situations and how to pass the information on to families. The cool thing to remember is that every time you help connect a child or family, it supports their overall well-being and health. This means you can see your investment in the child's smile the next day when they walk through your program doors. Let's jump in. The first step in connecting your families to resources is to get to know your community resources and organizations. The saying, "It's not what you know, it's who you know," is a perfect example of CHW work. You may not have all the answers to questions your families have, but having relationships with the people who can help is so important. So get out in the community and introduce yourself to staff at your local county health department, your city housing organizations, local churches, charitable organizations, police departments, school staff, and food banks that your families may need to connect with. Attending local community events and meetings so that members of your community recognize you will be so important in establishing trusting relationships in your community. You may even want to meet with your mayor and local legislators to advocate for needs and barriers that you see in your community. Have business cards with your contact information on hand and invite people to contact you. Now that you have created those relationships, you will be able to connect your families with the services they are looking for much easier. We often hear things from people in the community like, "Well, I filled out this application for assistance, but I've never heard back from them." Or, "I applied for something, but I changed my phone number and I'm not sure who to contact." Since you have made those relationships, you will have direct contact information and can easily connect your families to the right person to get the help they need. The next step is learning how to navigate those resources yourself. You will be much more successful at helping someone apply for food share, for example, if you already have gone through the application process yourself. Know which documents are needed to save time when connecting families. You can save a lot of time by asking your clients to bring along their needed documents when you plan to meet. The third step in connecting families to resources is making sure you have plenty of materials on hand. You will want to have brochures, business cards, and applications ready to go so that your clients have all the tools they need. Adding resource materials that they may not have thought about asking for, such as mental health and support groups. You may even want to have folders made up ahead of time loaded with resource materials. Providing planners can help them keep their appointments and phone numbers organized. On to step 4. Now that you have provided all this great information to your families, offer to go with them. If someone has had a negative experience at their local county building, for example, they may feel overwhelmed, scared, or just uneasy about showing up alone. It can be very hard to ask for help, especially in certain cultures, and having an advocate by their side can make all the difference in the world. The staff will know you, and that will provide a level of comfort with your client. Eventually, they will be able to go themselves. You, as a CHW, have empowered them to be independent by walking through the process step by step. That brings us to the final step, following up with your clients. CHWs don't just hand out information and say, "Here you go, bye now." We make sure our clients have attended their appointments and ask them what barriers they faced and address those barriers. Conducted phone calls and follow-up emails with organizations and staff to ensure that clients have been successful. If they had any issues, we connect again to do problem solving until the end result meets the goal.